What's up, guys? I'm back in another video, and today's video, I'm not sure if I've ever really delved into depth on this type of topic, but it's going to be about Asura because recently I feel like Asura has kind of fallen behind in the meta, and everyone kind of swapped off of Asura in my to go Pyro because Pyro is known as the best DPS currently. But in my opinion, if you set it up right, Asura can be on par with Pyro, slightly lower to on par. It really depends on how lucky you are and how lucky the Pyro is at that point. But Asura can definitely catch up. They're not like super far behind if you really think about it. But I think the biggest game changer that really catches Asura up is the Stigma nerf. Well, it's nerf because the extension is gone, which could boost your damage by a ridiculously high amount by using transforms on Pyromancer. But now that that's gone, Asura, in my opinion, is really not that far behind. And for me currently, I think my Asura does more damage than my Pyromancer actually. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into what makes Asura's damage really high currently. So I feel like a lot of people on Asura are just running 70% ignore defense. But for me personally, I find 100% ignore defense to be the best build for Asura currently. And the reason for that is because descending Asura cannot carry you throughout the entire game anymore, in my opinion. Although it's still like your strongest skill and definitely still your main DPS skill, I think 70% ignore defense isn't efficient to keep with Pyromancers anymore because a Pyromancer with 10% more can still retain 100% at like all times. But Asura, you're not all of your skills are doing the highest damage they can possibly do. So you're really only relying on descending Asura. So descending Asura is still broken, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely just not the hard carry. I think that one thing that closes Asura in on Pyromancer is the warm out skill, Murder Shadow. So basically, in deals damage equal to 12-18%, plus 19k. Those are all the same, I believe, on every warm out to enemies in the front. Deals additional damage 35% to targets when their HP is below 50%. So basically, what that means is in the execute damage phase, the warm-up skill will do an additional 35% damage. So that's why I also believe that Asura is like the best in execute damage phase. Well, not the best, but the best in execute damage phase. After casting the skill, increases attack by 10% for 7 seconds. This effect is stackable. So basically, I believe in stacking on the Asura warm-out skill because going 100% no defense, so you can keep stacking the Asura warm-out skill at maximum damage. Because when you're in the execute damage phase, you have a 35% permanent damage increase from this skill alone, which honestly puts this skill up and very high damage. The 12-18%, if you compare it to your other skills, like Blade Assault is 240%, Descending Asura itself is 778%. Shadow Strike Enhanced is 80%, so 240 plus 80%, 320%. So like yeah, the Asura one skill does a ridiculously high amount of damage, and I feel like when you're running 70% ignore defense, you're not getting that full stretch of damage, as well as the fact that I think that you should be running forest runes with forest powers to get the rage bonus on all your main skills, because with the forest power, I don't have it on this one, sadly, because I'm unlucky, and I don't use that one. My bad. Okay, anyway, but yeah, I think you need force power on all of them because the force power boosts your warm out rage, and the more warm out skills you can stack up in that certain amount of time, the more damage you can do in that certain amount of time. Although I do prefer stats over the force power as well, but it's whatever. And then the other thing that I think Asura needs more than Pyromancer, because Pyromancer isn't completely reliant on their warm out. They're more reliant on their stigma than anything. But for Asura, I feel like you need a higher level mech because each mech level you get 5% extra rage bonus, and this rage bonus tallies into your Asura your dragons your dragon's rate recharge rate for your rage, so you get more warm up skills at the same time. I think that you need to build up a lot of rage bonus. Although I do not like sacrificing stats rage bonus, me personally. But depending on your runes, what you have, like crit damage plus the power versus coercion, low crit rate, low crit damage, it really depends on your rune luck and what you have there. And yeah, that's really it for Asura. And then, oh yeah, also there's the emblems. You need enhanced ascending Asura. For the Asura who don't have this skill, you should probably get this skill. This increases your invisibility rate to 90%. And each time you go invisible on Asura, you get 1 extra combo point. So this is honestly a huge buff to Asura. It allows you to keep spamming over and over and over again. The only other skill I consider worth rolling on the emblem is sending Asura. But those are really the main things that keep Asura in the game at this point in the game currently. I also think stacking attack is good on Asura as well because of the way the warm-up skill works with the attack stack. So overall, I think that Asura needs 100% ignore defense, high attack, and good warm-out rage to stay up in the top DPS around where Pyro is. Because although I would say Pyro is an easier class to set up, if you put Asura through proper work, it can definitely be up there with Pyro. And the other thing is, Asura's artifact weapon is actually stronger than the Pyro artifact weapon because of the physical damage bonus. And the skill is just better. The Asura skill is the strongest artifact weapon skill in the game. So yeah, that also plays a factor in the areas that does work. And that'll be all, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.